Okay, stop thinking about it, just start. Okay. Good morning. Channel update, project update. I got this archaeology channel off to a start that was a really great start for me. I'd worked up to it for a long time, like I mentioned in the channel introductions, and getting into the first videos was an amazing experience for me, and I seem to have, I guess I opened the floodgates, or I turned the corner somehow, where by sort of taking the decision internally that going forward with this, damn the torpedoes, you know, if other people in my life who wouldn't like it or get pissed off at people speaking directly and so forth, if they find out about it and they reject me and that fucks up my situation, then so be it. But I'm not going to undermine myself by trying to stay in good graces and things like that anymore. If someone doesn't like it, then that's an indication that that's not the right type of person for my life, and I should be moving on. Once I took that internal, I guess, commitment or bravery or whatever, I got those first few videos done, and suddenly things started happening around me. And one of them was I got asked to do a project for someone who I've known for years and years, most of my life. That is this amazing project, but it has been outside the city in the countryside, where it's at a family's country house. It's this giant, I'm going to show you on the camera in a second so you can see the size of it, but it's taken me the whole summer to do. There's been some going back and forth to the city and trying to reboot the video posting, but the videos come from a very personal, very interior place, where I have to not have anybody else's considerations floating around when I do them, which sure will make lots of sense to anyone following this or stumbling on this. So it keeps not being right, and I feel badly because it's been 2 months, and I really want this to be a regular thing, and I want it to be regular for building up connection with subscriptions and things like that as well. So I apologize for anyone who found this channel, got anything out of it, and then wondered what happened. But I know that from other people's channels who I've enjoyed so much and gotten so much benefit from, these life happens and breaks need to happen too. So I hope that, so I know that this is one of those things. Okay, so let's see if I can just flip the camera around here while I'm recording. I don't know if it'll do it. No. All right, well, let me see if I can stand. Okay, so this is a berry garden. It's something that was built, not the stonework, but the general outline of it was built 3 years ago. And the property manager who was doing it has a whole ton of other stuff to work on. So stone is slow, as you can imagine, and it takes a lot of time. And he just didn't have the time or the helpers to get the stone part finished. So I came up for a visit to see my friends earlier in the spring, the first time I'd ever been to this place. They've had it for 5 years. And they said, I don't know if this is the kind of thing you do, but could you help us just get that done? Because we've got these pallets of flagstone that have been sitting by our driveway for 3 years. So I have been doing this flagstone. It goes, the whole thing is a big square with, as you can see, there's the edge of one side of it. And these, I'm working the camera, these are raspberries, and they're 4 corners of the thing. There's another corner There's another corner, and corner number 4. Now each corner has a different varietal of raspberry, so they all have slightly different flavors, but they also come on at different times of the season. And there are mixed in a couple of spots where there's blackberries in one spot, and there's even golden raspberries in another part. So pretty awesome. When I say pretty awesome, I mean like off the charts awesome. And so it has a stone around the outside, and then up the middle, across the middle, and then 4, can't see in the sun, but if you can get that, there are 4 squares in the center that aren't planted this year because we're working on this shit, but they will be like blueberry, strawberry, I'm hoping things like gooseberries, and anyway, there are all kinds of other exotic or interesting ones that I'm hoping will be able to fit in when the planting happens next year. But anyway, this is the kind of thing that I love doing. It involves just being outside and working with living things in incorporation in incorporation with made things. So you're making the environment that you're going to enjoy. It's put together in a way that will enhance the growing of the berries. This stone thing, it's like a heat sink. And we've had a bit of a drought this summer, and there was a serious heat waves through part of it, so you really get to see that this stone just sucks down heat, and it's like a heat bubble in the middle of it. So berries are gonna love this shit. Anyway, so first I had to lay them all out, and that took forever. And then I'm now at the stage where, here, if I do this here, you can maybe see all these little chips and stuff. So I'm now at the stage where I'm cutting the pieces to fill in the gaps, and then I'll go around and just finishing off the leveling and fill in, and it'll be done hopefully. Well, I'm hopeful that it'll be done toward the end of this week, and we'll be finishing off. And Labor Day weekend, next weekend, there will be teenagers around fresh out of summer camp and getting up to hijinks with their friends, getting ready for school, and their mom is keen for them to be on the filling this in with some shovels and gravel, so I'll have helpers. But basically it's been solo all summer. I've had stuff about my family history, my personal history, and how I use things and how I operate, percolating the whole time. It's been so rich and amazing, an opportunity. And in spending the summer living most of it, except for on and off weekends for breaks, but mostly living with this this family whose person I know that I've only ever met their, you meet kids at like a Thanksgiving or a Christmas party or something, but you don't get the time to know who people are. I've gotten to know them so well, but I've also been in the presence of other people and not really left to my own space very much at all. And so I've really noticed, and it showed in the gap in being able to post videos, these automatic modes click into place with me, where that internal part of me, the real me, the not apparatus for dealing with the world me, but like just core me, the thing clicks and it just shuts off, and I don't access it when other people are around. It's like going into polite mode, sort of, but that doesn't really cover it. Anyway, I have all kinds of insights into what I do, and I mean, all of these things, these little switches that flip, they flip in response to emotional flashbacks. And having this experience to watch myself do it, understanding the structure of emotional flashbacks now, having a chance to be around a corner of my family that I know, but I haven't been right down there with for years and years, has just shown me so much about myself and about my perspective on things. in terms of how I draw conclusions and then decide what to do. So great thing about this project is that it's allowed me to get a new computer, a new mic to use for podcast type stuff, and I was using this shitty old messed up phone before, and porting the files over and everything was not working. So I just managed to get this new iPod, which I can film on in locations like this, and then very easily, and then I can just zap that into the computer, and it should be much easier to post and manage the sizes of the files and figure out how to do all that properly. So I'm psyched, and that's a good place to end this. I went in, I was using borrowed equipment, fucked up equipment. And I started the videos, yet it opened something out where I got this opportunity that has now refurbished all my equipment, given me a whole ton of new insights, and a great deal of satisfaction. I mean, working on this type of project is, it's great. You're working on something that's hard work, you sweat it out, you groan at the end of the day. Sometimes as many days as not. There's some whiskey to end the day, where you feel like you're just pouring it right into your back. But very satisfying, because they're making something that a family is going to love for years and years and years. This place where I am, this is a real Canadian spot. And to be able to contribute a piece of that puzzle that's going to be enjoyed by people for years to come and visited by people for years to come. And that's a real treat. Projects like that, I'm lucky when, I've done a few like that, and so much better than making like plastic widget shits or something like that, I'm very fortunate. And so that's how it's looking. We'll do more when it's all finished. I'll do a proper video about the details of the project on my actual portfolio site, but this is more about the process of doing it. So I'm very pleased and keen to be able to get this back to a regular thing in terms of my posting. This community has helped me so much. And I mean, things that individual posters have said have been echoing through my head all summer as I navigate this whole thing and negotiate this whole thing. So thank you to everybody, and I'm really psyched and keen to pick up and really dig right back into it now that I'm properly set up to do it. And I'll leave you with this view that I work beside every day. Okay. Have a great day, everybody.